I'm James Brierton in our Carolina Weather Group studios here in Charlotte. It's Tuesday night. We have new information in now from the National Hurricane Center with regards to the tropical outlook. You'll remember from last night, there are almost four players in town. We have what is now Tropical Depression Nicholas, which at one point was a Category 1 hurricane. That's still bringing lots of moisture to the Gulf Coast, and it's going to be bringing moisture our way. Back to that in just a moment. We have our main topic of conversation, which is disturbance number 2, which has a 70% chance of becoming a tropical depression before the end of this work week. More details on that in just a moment. And then we have 2 more areas of interest coming off the African coast. The disturbance number 1, as classified by the National Hurricane Center, has a 90% chance of development in the next 5 days. Matter of fact, it's 80% in the next 48 hours, and then they're anticipating another wave back beyond that. So let's look at the names that are coming up here after Nicholas. The next named storm will be Odette, followed by Peter. So which one of these is Odette and which one of these is Peter will really just be determined by which one gets its act together first. Let's talk about some of the specifics. Here is what the National Weather Service in Wilmington is looking at tonight. An unsettled period is expected for the second half of the week and into the weekend. A little more clarity tonight as some of the players we talked about last night will be at play, including the remnants of Nicholas, a low expected to develop off the southeast coast, and a cold front approaching from the northwest. All 3 of these will concentrate moisture transport into the area and provide on and off again rain chances throughout the region. And that goes for the much of the remainder of this week through Saturday. Details, however, well, that's where the questions remain. So here is what this will look like on a surface map from the National Weather Service. So let's start here on Tuesday. You can see another day, high pressure, beautiful weather across the Carolinas, much like we've had the last couple of days. But notice all of that green along the deep south and the Gulf Coast. Those are the remnants of Nicholas. We can't discount those because as that pushes to the east, that's going to be one of the 3 areas that's going to introduce moisture into our forecast as we look ahead to later on Wednesday into Thursday. That's when a lot of this activity slowly starts to ramp up. It'll first be scattered clouds, scattered showers, and then a chance for some thunderstorms as we make our way later on to the work week. Take a look here later on Thursday. You'll notice the red L off the coast of the Carolinas. That is that potential tropical system, that tropical depression that has a 70% chance of developing. You can see it here on the map, but also look just to our north. We have that blue line. That's the cold front that is being pushed in from our north and west. That's going to be another area where moisture will be riding. So we're going to have offshore low, we're going to have remnants of Nicholas, and that cold front all introducing elements of moisture as we head through the remainder of the work week. Here on the map, anything that's green, that's a chance of showers. Anything that is checkered in red, that's a chance for seeing some thunderstorms. You can see some darker greens across portions of the south as we make our way into Friday. Saturday, some of that starts sneaking into the western North Carolina mountains, such as Asheville. Again, a chance for showers and thunderstorms across a lot of South Carolina here. Later on Sunday, same deal. And then as we head throughout the rest of the week, you'll watch that low pressure that'll disappear off the map, and some high pressure to our north may introduce some sunnier weather back in. So let's look at a couple different computer models and kind of get you an idea what this could look like visually on simulated radar. We're going to start with the GFS. And as we move through the next few days, this is now looking at later Wednesday into Thursday, you're starting to notice some of that moisture moving in. Let's do that one more time, right? So Tuesday turns into Wednesday, starts off kind of nice. Clouds will increase again. Later on Wednesday night, as we head through the overnight hours into Thursday, some of that shower activity begins to move on in. This is some of that remnants of Nicholas. You're starting to see that low off the coast starting to sneak into the picture. And then we even have that cold front. You can see it here outlined by that line of precipitation. So as we move then into Thursday, watch for that on again, off against rain chances. Again, this is primarily from the remnants of Nicholas. You can see them heavy at times, say across portions like the Columbia area here. And then as we make our way later into Thursday, you can see right on in here where all of this circulation is, this is that potential low, that storm that could be a tropical depression as we head Thursday into Friday. And you can see it kind of gets pretty pretty darn close to the Outer Banks here. Nothing that we're seeing right now gives us any concrete evidence that it would make any sort of landfall. Can't completely rule it out, but we do know the primary threat from this system, whether it has a name or not, is going to be rough surf and rip currents. So if you're going to the beach Friday, Saturday, Sunday, do keep that in mind, and especially if you're going to be doing any traveling, because you'll notice this is going to kind of hug the whole mid-Atlantic northeast coast. Let's compare this to the North American model, the NAM model. We're going to do the same thing now. We're going to start here on Tuesday night. We're going to make our way into Wednesday. You can see that cold front coming together to our north and west. Here comes all that moisture from the south and the east associated with Nicholas. I mean, this is a pretty good representation right here on later Wednesday night. You can see cold front, you can see moisture, and then we're going to watch here as this computer model tries to predict what might happen with that offshore low. I mean, look at, again, here on Thursday, scattered rain, not widespread across 2 states, but it is scattered across the 2 states. And then here comes this low almost on Friday here. You can see it a little bit further offshore in the latest NAM run than the GFS run, but still very close. Gusty conditions, rough surf, rip currents, the main headline with this tropical system that will slide just off of our coast. All in all, let's see what this particular computer model thinks we could be seeing in terms of total precipitation amounts as we kind of advance this through the next few days. This is kind of just guessing at how much rain we could see by the time we say go through Friday and Saturday, and then let's just pull it out to Sunday. You can see scattered amounts. You could just see a shower or two, but if you get some of these heavier storms, maybe one of those rumbles of thunder, you could be talking an inch or two of rain as we head on through the remainder of the work week. Again, computer models are not a human forecast. It's just a representation, a mathematical equation of how some of these computers think the day will play out over the course of the next few days. So that's why we like to look at the computer models. We like to look at what the human forecasters are talking about. And then, of course, we have that big picture. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it to get the latest information from the Carolina Weather Group. Be sure to subscribe to us right here on YouTube, and we will actually have a full featured show Wednesday night at 9 o'clock like we always do, and it'll be dedicated to talking about the tropics. It's the middle of September. That is prime time for the hurricane season, so be sure to like and subscribe and join us Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, to join our live conversation with our full panel. We'll be talking more about the tropics. But for now, from Charlotte, I'm James Brierton. Thanks so much for watching.